Hi everyone, happy Friday. I changed my mind again. As you can see, well, first off, I apologize for any background noises. My window's up for the porch and there's construction going on a house across the street. But in trying to plan for the end of the month, because I knew there were a number of videos that I wanted to do, I have a color along I'm co-hosting in October, which I'll talk about in a second. Just trying to figure out where I want to put everything and still manage to wrap up September. I decided that this Friday would be the best time to do my Halloween autumn book flip through. So instead of looking at the same books we did like last year, what I figured I'd do is I have all those books still in my collection from last year. I'm going to put that link down in the description as kind of if you want to see the rest of my Halloween collection, go take a look at that. Autumn and Halloween collection, excuse me. And this is pretty much the rest of it. There's a few straggler books, but I do have two new ones. We're going to look at my favorite one again. We will do that. But then the rest of them are ones I didn't cover around this time last year. So I figured you guys would get all of these today. If you want more books to look at, you can check out my video from last year. And that will pretty much show y'all all my autumn and Halloween books. So we're going to do that today. This, unless I get new books related to this season and holiday, this will probably be the only flip through I do that's related to autumn and Halloween. I do want to get this out a little early because I know shipping is a little slow for Amazon and a lot of other places. So I would say if you want autumn and Halloween books, I would order them now rather than later because it's taking a little time to get these books, at least in my experience, and from what it sounds like a lot of people are experiencing this. So quite a few to flip through today. So this is what we're going to do today. Next Friday, actually for October, I am co-hosting a color along. I confirmed it this week with John, the bibliophile colorist. We are doing Cattober. I'm not sure what the official tag is yet, but it is there will be plenty of Halloween in it, I'm sure, in autumn, but the theme for the month is going to be cats for us, which should really come as no surprise to y'all because probably cats is the biggest theme I have outside of autumn and Halloween books. So October is going to be a busy month. Let's just be real here. October is going to be a busy month. Starting next Friday, we're going to do like I did with my Marjorie Sarnett books for September. And for October, most of my themes on Fridays is going to be cat-related coloring books. Unless I order some new ones. That's kind of up in the air right now. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. So we're going to do like we did with Marjorie Sarnett, and I'm going to feature the cat coloring books that are in my collection for most of October, which is why we're doing this big flip through today, because I want to get it all. we're going to do it all. I'm going to put a tentative schedule on the community page. I know I probably shouldn't put it to pay, like, literally where you can read it, because it's just going to mix it all up, but we're going to try. I have kind of a schedule because there's a lot of videos to do in the next week and a half. So anyway, now that I've talked for an adequate amount of time, like I said, I will have timestamps for all of these and links in the description. And then if you want to go back and look at my video from last year, that also has timestamps and links. So if you're looking for a specific book in either video, it should be fairly easy to find them. Now, let's get started. We have one of my new purchases. So you guys know I've been calling it a no buy, but really it's just been a more mindful buying kind of phase where I'm trying to be more careful about the books I'm buying because my bookshelf is quickly filling up, and it's getting harder and harder to go through and let go of certain books. So I'm trying to be more mindful about future coloring book purchases. But y'all saw on Wednesday, that is another autumn related book, by the way. I did a new release video of Autumn Miniatures by Kameliya Angelkova on Wednesday. If you want to go take a look at that, that is kind of seasonal related. I've been looking at this I'm not a big mandala person, but Kameliya Angelkova's mandalas I love because a lot of her books, they're more freeform like this. And I'd been looking at this for a while, and it was $4.99 US on Amazon, and I just, yeah. When I ordered the Autumn Miniatures, I ordered this one. So 50 Halloween mandalas. It is letter size, Amazon printed 8.5 by 11, Amazon paper, one-sided. Here's the title page. We will try to get through these fairly quickly because we have quite a few to get through. So this is why I do the timestamps, because some of these books you may just not like and you may just want to go to the next one. So here's some information and features of the book. Here's the nameplate page. And then here's the one that's on the cover. I'm pretty excited about this one. Like I said, I'm not a big mandala fan, but I love a lot of her books because they are freeform like this. You do have a little bit of pattern on the edges, but a lot of the middle of them doesn't have patterns. It's just an actual image. I think it was Loretta did a really cool version of this one. And I do apologize if you're not a Halloween fan. This flip through today is very Halloween heavy. The books I had last year were a mix of my autumn and Halloween books. So if you're looking for more autumn type books, the 2019 flip through is probably more your style. I've got those in there. That one's cute. So my big problem this month really and truly is going to be finding the time to color all the pictures I want to color and in all the books I can color in. Because I'm excited. Ooh, that one looks particularly gnarly. Ooh. I don't know. That's actually kind of normally not a yucky spooky Halloween type, but that is amusing. I really like that one because it's got like the little fish bones and all the different types of bones in there. And as you see, I have so many Halloween books. I've said that autumn and Halloween are by far my biggest seasonal and holiday themes in terms of books I've collected. And that's why I had, again this year, I was trying to be a little more careful about what I bought. I like that one too. But I couldn't resist this one. These are not super complicated mandalas either. Like I feel like I could color these in a few hours with markers, or if I wanted to be more complicated, I could do blending and shading. I like that one too. This is a really good one. I don't know. I love her miniatures books, but I think for the mandalas, this is probably my favorite one. I do have quite a few Christmas books, but they just, like I've said before, they just don't hold the same enjoyment for me that I guess like the Halloween and autumn books do. And I've talked before about how some of my past work has, I think, kind of dampened my Christmas holiday spirit. Ooh, some of these are definitely not cutesy, so that's cool. Which I'm kind of digging that. I'm digging that with the little tentacles and stuff coming out of that pot. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I really like this one. It's like I was saying, just trying to be more mindful. And see, there's plenty of cat related mandalas in here, so I will be doing a mixture of non-Halloween cats, and then of course we'll be doing some Halloween and fall cat pictures, so we can wrap up all my favorites in one. So here are some other books by Kameliya Angelkova. I have her spring and summertime mandalas, I believe. I don't have the autumn ones, and I think there's a winter one, but right now I'm holding off on that because I have plenty of autumn books at the moment. That might be a next year purchase. So she does have other books that are more pattern style mandalas. I do have her nighttime mandalas, which is more just pattern, like full pattern mandalas, if that's kind of your thing. She does have other fantasy art coloring books as well. These are, this is an older books. This isn't her full collection back here. Here's some of her social media. I would definitely go check her out because like I said, this is not her full list. This looks like this was a older book of hers. So she has definitely added a lot more since then. Alright, so there was one of my new purchases this month. It was that, the autumn miniatures, and this one, I believe. So I did good. I did good. I did have a weak moment and get this one because I saw so many people post from this one, and I do not have a Sachdeva. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that. I do not own any of his books. Or it's like a husband and wife team. They both put out books. I'm trying to remember. Yep, it's his. Okay. They both put out books, and I've seen a lot of really cute ones and ones that I want, but again, I'm trying to be mindful. But this one, I just couldn't resist. I love having simple color by number books for when we're like watching TV and stuff. It's easy on my poor eyes in the living room because there's not super bright light in there, and I could have a bright light in there, but then it would annoy my husband. So anyway, I got this Halloween color by number. Again, 8.5 by 11. This is Amazon printed. Here's the color key on the back. A little bit about the artist. And then it shows some of the pages and then some of his other books as well, which, like I said, there's quite a few that I would like to get, but right now, again, just trying to be a little more mindful. But this, for evening coloring, TV coloring, this was kind of right up my alley. So I love my color by number books, but a lot of times the numbers are so hard to read that it's difficult for me to color with them in the living room. That's where a lot of large print color by number coloring ends up happening. So Here's some other books by him. An about section, and here comes Reepicheep trying to muck up my day. So some about the book from the author. There we go. And like I said, this is the first book of his that I've owned. It says Amazon printed. It looks like there's black backing on these pages. They are non-perforated, but they are single-sided. And you get the color key on the back of the previous pages. Now, I've seen some people say because of that, they work back to front so that when they like color this one, it doesn't cover up this key, which I get, especially if you don't want to have to keep flipping back and forth. If I didn't want to worry, that is a little annoying, but I've done that with Sunlife drawing books and I haven't had any issues. You'll actually see that in one of the books I'm going to show you. So, you know, just a thing there. They do give you a little place here where you can put your name and date, which is kind of cool. But these pictures are so cute, and the numbers are gray, so they're a little lighter. They're not super obvious, like if you were to use marker or even paint or something. But they're big enough that I can easily see these when I'm coloring in the living room, which I love. And these are just adorable pictures. They kind of have a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember. I don't know what I'm trying to look for here. My brain is not functioning well, guys. I am not feeling that great today. I don't want to go in a whole ton of detail about it, for various reasons. Let's just say it is a regular issue that, a regular health issue that crops up that causes some general unwell symptoms, and we'll just leave it at that. For the males, a few males that watch this video, I don't want to go into detail on that. That one's cool. Y'all know I like me some pirates. I don't know what it is. I really enjoy my pirate pictures. Boy, he is a sassy vamp, is he not? Oh, and the cup he's holding has actually does have blood in it. Very nice. Even in what looks like a fairly simple picture, I always like seeing little details that are consistent and make sense. But these look really fun. And they're not as simple as I thought they would be. Like, the backgrounds are a little simple, which is fine. I mean, that makes sense to me, but like the actual objects in there aren't super simple, I guess, in some of the pictures. And I like that. That's cool. This is just enough challenge for evening coloring for me. Just enough challenge. I have another book I'm working on in the evenings, but this one will be nice to kind of mix it up. Which, I mean, I can color this in here too, but... And I like that the lines are actually dark black lines throughout. A lot of the color by number books I have are the mosaic ones that have like the lines and then they're white. They have black edges, but they're like white lines throughout the picture. And for somebody that uses, that's cute, like little mummy cats. For somebody who uses markers a lot and definitely has bleed through, that can get annoying, and I usually go over the lines with gel pen to darken them up to cover up my oopsies. But it's really nice when they're just solid black lines too. These are really cute pictures. I hadn't really had a chance to look in this. It took a while to get it, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this now. I would have done it earlier in the month, but I wanted to do the Sarnet books at that point. But it's taking a while for me to get my books. So anyway, let's see, especially through Amazon. So here's a thank you from the artist. And a request to leave reviews. Here's, looks like he's got a Facebook group. I think I'm part of that group. I can't remember. You do have a couple places in the back where you can create your own color chart sheets. Color chart sheets. Did I say that right? It feels like I didn't. You use a couple different types. And you can always cut one of these out, and then you have that freeform, and then it's a few blank pages in the back. So, and again, this was Amazon print. This took quite a while to get to me, honestly. So with the Amazon books, from another colorist, they are taking a little longer to be able to print them because they said that the request and demand for books printed, Amazon printed books, is apparently high due to everybody trying to stay home more, and so they're having to push that out a little longer, which is one of the reasons. But boy, this one took, I've seen 3 to 5 days for the books, and I think that one took longer than most, even that. So just like I said, FYI on that. So this book is covered in last year's video, so you could skip that one if you want, but I can't help it, guys. This is my favorite Halloween book, and I love it, and I will flip through it every single year because I love it so very much. It really is my favorite Halloween book. 32 illustrations. It is called the Spooktacular Halloween Adult Coloring Book. I actually have 2 copies of this because I was just worried it would disappear, and like I wanted a backup copy. Anyway, 8.5 by 11, I believe. Yes, it is indeed Amazon printed. It is one-sided. You can see I've been doing some testing here on the front. This is the title page. It is by Lemon Drop Coloring, which is not a group that I see a lot of stuff coming from, and thus okay, well, I'm gonna flip through this, and I guess if it's not on Amazon anymore, you won't hear me talk about it, so it won't matter. But if you're hearing me talk about it, then that means indeed you can still order this from Amazon. So Amazon Halloween fantasy art with witches, cats, vampires, zombies, skulls, Shakespeare, and more. Copyright info. Little bit about the book. If I can zoom in. You might be able to pause that and read it. There's a whole lot there. Now, why is this my favorite one? I don't know. It's just the pictures. It really is like, it's something about the pictures. They do have a table of contents that has like little thumbnails. I think some of it was, there are double page spreads in this book. And it was the first Amazon printed book I come across that would actually put blank pages behind the double page spread. So you didn't have any double-sided coloring. So here we go. Like, him sitting there admiring himself. This guy's chowing down. The werewolf's taking a nap on his bed. Like, it's something about just the details on this. I want to know what he's really sad about, and I want to know what he's angry about. This one just looks like completely out of it, and this one looks very concerned about the cats up there, though I would think it'd need to be the other way around. Then we have our pumpkin head greeter, door greeter. So this is one of the pictures I've done. Do be aware with this Amazon paper, certain markers will cause some yellowing, either on the page behind it or on the page in front of it. That is something I've been learning with alcohol markers, so do be careful of that. This was one I did with marker, and I blended with marker on the vampire girl, and like, this is still one of my favorite pictures. I did sparkly gel pen, and it just, yeah, I love that picture where I made the little bloody shake, and there's some puns over here, like sandwich, like spelled like witch instead of wit, whatever, you get what I'm saying. But you can see it yellowed here, which is yet another, here, yellowed here, which is one of the reasons I got a second copy as well, just in case that is an issue. There is some Shakespeare pictures in here, which is something I don't see very often. The line art does vary a little bit. It's darker in some places, like right here, and lighter in others. Whoop. The backs of the pages are numbered too, which is really nice. There's this one. And then this one, which is one of my favorite pictures. I might do this one this year. V from, I think it's V's Coloring, did this, was it last year or the year before? She did it with ink tints or watercolor pencils or something, and her picture's just amazing. It's one of my favorite, like, memories of pictures of somebody coloring a picture. That one sticks with me a lot because her picture just turned out really good. And it got me to where I was like, I love the picture, but I don't want to color it because I don't think I can do as good a job. But we're going to color it. We might color it this year. Here is some more Shakespeare. So not all my coloring chats this month will be cat related, because I probably will do at least one Halloween picture. I'm hoping at least one that's not cat related, if that makes any sense. And we might be squeezing those in. I might be having some to music. I don't know yet. Here is a autumn picture thrown in. For those of you that just aren't art fans of the Halloween pictures. Okay, so here is a ghosts and gargoyles, and you can see this paper, it really does bleed. Like any sort of alcohol marker that could give a yellowish tint is going to do it. So this year, whatever I use, I'm probably going to try a spray fixative to see if it will not do that, because it did do it slightly to that. But you can see it's double-sided, or it's a double page layout, and each side's blank, which is, like I said, one of the first Amazon books I saw that did that. This was the picture I think I colored last year, and I used watercolor pencils, and I really liked how it turned out. I used a little bit of gel pen on the kitty. I used alcohol marker here, which is what's causing the yellowing. It's not the watercolor pencils. And you can see it a little bit here. I don't think it's going to be a problem on this page. See, I kind of want to do this one this year too. But see, it even carried over into this. Man, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of yellow bleed happen into multiple pages like that. So yeah, keep that in mind if you use alcohol marker in this book. I don't even know, you might want to just, I would probably use a spray fixative on both sides of the page, and I would probably just put a page in between, like a blotter page, or just cut it out of the book entirely. I've seen that happen some in Amazon books, but maybe not to this level. Some of the pictures have like patterns in the background instead of just a solid background, but if I was going to color this black anyway, I'd cover that up. or a dark purple, you wouldn't really see it. So here is, this was probably my first double page spread I've ever done. And I used Bic markers for the sky, which actually worked really well. And we didn't have any yellowing, but they weren't dark. And then the rest of it was a marker base with pencil overlay. And then I used like this Prismacolor like gold paint pen for the sarcophagus. But I love this. I love this too. This makes me happy. I have to look through this every year just to go back and be like, oh yeah, I did that. I did, however, have some bleed from the red marker. I think my blotter page slipped a little. This is why I have 2 copies of this. You do have some landscape pictures. Oh my gosh, this video is going to be so long. I just realized where we're at. So this is like a 2-page, you know, almost flip book. Like you got this here, and then you got this here. Like, I want to know the story behind that, and I love the fact that Frankenstein's in the little tutu. I just think that's awesome. Here is the cover image. Pirates, but skeleton pirates with Shakespeare as well on the ship. This person seemed to have a soft spot for Shakespeare as well, so that's really cute. Though the cat and the little Frankenstein head don't look very happy. And then they've got a store, some store links for other types of things. Like I said, I really wish they had more books. Oh well. So there's that one. Oh my gosh, this one's going to be so long. At some point, I may actually have to pause it and come back because I have a phone call here in a little bit. But we're going to try. Alright. Sorry about that. Spent way too long on that one. So the book last year I showed y'all was the Cute Witches Jade Summer line art book. This is the Grayscale version, which they did release this year. I believe this is 25 unique images. 8.5 by 11, Amazon printed paper, black backing on this one. Oh, here's the back, if you want to see. I think probably any of my future coloring, unless I just really need the line art for some reason, I will probably be using the Grayscale version. Which is one of the reasons I'm a little hesitant for, hang on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm starting to get a little hesitant about the Jade Summer books because I'm finding books that I love, and then I'm like, I'm buying them. I'm buying the line art version, and then they're coming out with the Grayscale versions. And I tend to like the Grayscale versions a little more anyway. So then I end up with 2 copies of the book, and 1 copy of it I'm probably never going to use. And so it just feels wasteful. I don't know. That's one of the reasons, again, I'm trying to be a little more mindful in what I'm purchasing. I think with their books, if I think they're going to do a Grayscale version of the book, I might hold off. They actually have a Kawaii horror book that I like, but I would rather wait till they release a Grayscale version of it. So yeah, if you've seen the line art one, it's the exact same images, it's just Grayscale version. This one's been highly anticipated by a lot of people that were fans of the line art book, wanting the Grayscale version. That's something a lot of us have wanted for a while. So, and surprisingly, I've not colored out of this yet this year. There's been a lot going on. This, though, would be a great picture for October. I did do this one in the line art version. That one and the Lady on the Throne I just showed you. I've just done 2 in that line art version, so. But I love a lot of the pictures in here, so. And Reef Cheap stomped up here, got in my way, and then because I was ignoring him, he decided to go along. I like this one a lot too. Jade Summer does have a Facebook group, and you can see quite a few finished pictures in that group. If you like seeing what other people are doing, that can be really inspiring, and I've seen a lot of great pictures. This starts the 25 over again. So you do get 2 copies of the 25, I think it's 25 unique images from that one. I do have a couple Lacy Sunshine books. This one was a Happy Mail gift that I received, and I have not colored in yet because I'm an awful person. The Lacy Sunshine books are smaller than your standard size coloring book. They are not quite as tall or wide as you can see here, so keep that in mind. The Lacy Sunshine books are by Heather Valentin. It says an Amazon printed book. There's quite a few of those, as y'all can tell. There's 30 images in here. Here's the nameplate page. So if you like, if you're more of you're not big on backgrounds kind of person, you like just being able to color the pictures themselves, a lot of the Heather Valentin books are great choices for that, because you have just the character, maybe a little bit of scenery around them, but you can add backgrounds if you like just coloring the art itself, like right here, you can do so. Actually had some plans for this one. I think it was in the halfway to Halloween color along a while, I think back in May. I had some plans for that one that I didn't have time for, so I might be doing that one this month. But just really adorable images, nothing gory or I guess spooky per se. The line art's not super dark on this. It does look more like a dark gray. I like this one a lot too. Which that one looks a little darker line art than the rest of them. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Either way's fine with me. Oh, I like her too. She's on the, looks like she's on the roller skates. That looks like me. That looks like how I feel today. Really does. Aww. Oh, and there's one ring. She's just so adorable, and then you see the little horns coming out of her hair. Yes, Winry. Hi. Mommy's really trying to get through this video. Oh gosh. Wake up not feeling great, and what do I decide to do? A gigantic flip through. And of course we like that one with her whiskers. Little sassy witch. I think that one's from the cover. And now Winry's wrestling in her paper. My other Lacy Sunshine Halloween book is the Hocus Pocus book, which is 30 images. Roughly the same size as the Halloween book was. There are different volumes to these too, by the way. So there's front and the back. Now this one has more backgrounds to it. So if you like Heather Valentin's art, but you tend to prefer having backgrounds to color, this book is probably more your speed. From the cover, I believe. And there is the trash truck. I've seen so many people do like so many phenomenal things with these books. This is one of those where I need to use my pencils more. I think I tried using like my Arteza real brush pens in one of these as a tester, and I didn't really like it. Watercolor pencils probably would do okay, but I wasn't a fan of how the like real brush pens and Tombos, like your water-based markers, I wasn't a real fan of how those did in these books, if I recall correctly. So if I wanted to use water, I probably would stick more with maybe try watercolor pencils. Quite a bit of detail work, so I'm thinking a combination of marker and pencil. That is a lot different from the rest of the book, but okay. A lot of these others are cutesy, and then that one's kind of more adult, like, not adult, but I don't know how to put it. It's a lot different than the rest of the style of the book, but these do have solid borders around them as well. Some books, I know it becomes a bit of an issue because you want to do a background, but like there's no border, so the background just, there's no end to it. So you kind of have to fade it out or go all the way to the edge of the page, and if you don't really want to do that, then having these types of borders is really nice. I would like to set a goal for myself that I color in all my Halloween related books this month, but with the color along, I do not want to put that much pressure on myself. Depending on how next year goes, that might be a good goal to set, you know, like between September and October to do that. But I have, as y'all can tell, I have so many of these types of books that would just be a really hard goal. I think even on a month when I didn't have anything else going on, it would be hard to do that. So that one's cute. That one could be a color along picture right there. Because of course I will be doing pictures off camera too, so I've not felt a ton like coloring this week just because of aforementioned issues, but I'm hoping by next week I am feeling more normal. So there is, looks like some samples from some of her other books, or one of her other books. Very cute. Oh, and here's another one. There are a lot of Lacy Sunshine books. That one looks really cool too. So if you are a fan of that art style, there are a lot of Lacy Sunshine books. I have a few more that aren't Halloween related. So, Little Witches, there are a lot of books titled Little Witches. I think I have another one, don't I? Yeah, I do. We're going to show you that one after this one. But this is the Little Witches book that is by The Fruitful Mind. This is smaller than a standard size coloring book. Again, probably more the size of the Heather Valentin books. Not quite as tall and not quite as wide. This is the back. Amazon printed paper. It says Copyright Coloring Book Cafe. So, this is technically a coloring book cafe book. This must have been before they just went with coloring book cafe. I thought when I looked at the front of it that it really kind of looked like their older style books, but oh well. Anyway, here we go. Now these do have some landscapes with them, and it looks like they do have kind of just a basic line border around them. And these are, you've got a lot of these with backgrounds. I think there are a few that don't have them, like this one. Boy, she is looking pretty happy about chopping into that pumpkin. That's a little creepy. Yep. So you have a mixture here, some with backgrounds, some not with backgrounds. I love the nose on that little, is that supposed to be a fairy godmother? Or just a witch? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. They had a wand. Could be one or the other. Now see, she's looking pretty evil there too. Most of these, you know, the witches are looking all sweet and innocent. But there's a couple here. Like she's all, this frog thinks he's having a fine old time, and he is about to find out he is not having a fine old time. Goodness. She's either super happy that he's there on her hand, or she's a little freaked out because that's the first time that's happened. It's kind of hard to tell. I think that was the cover image. And that's a cute one. My gosh. Some of these, like, she looks super, you know, sweet and innocent, and some of these others, like this one with this voodoo doll, she is looking pretty maniacal there. Oh goodness. That one pulled out the corset. Couple of these witches aged up a little bit. Yep. I guess we went from like the little kitty witches to like the teenage young adult witches. Oh, no, we're back to the kids now. So yeah, you got a little bit of teenage level witches in this as well. So see, she looks those little freckles and stuff. She looks slightly less psychotic than some of these. Oh, and they start again, I think. Did I? Yeah, I flipped through a couple of these. Yeah. All right. So sorry about that. I was like, these pictures do look familiar. Okay. So you get unique images, and then they start again. So you get 2 copies of 20 images, maybe? That may be right. 2 copies of 20 images. I'll put it in the description so you guys know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and look at the other Little Witches book. We're almost there. We got 2 more after this. So this is by Sunlife Drawing. This is Little Witches. This is their large print color by number version of this book. They did release a stained glass version of this book this year. Again, it's one of those things where I already owned this one. I like the stained glass version, but I was like, I don't want to own two copies of the same book. So I do that too much as it is. Plus, I would like to finish another book this year. And the other book that I finished was actually their other large print color by number, which is World of Mice, I think. So this has kind of become my project book this month. Or this month and next month. And my hope is to have this finished by Halloween. This is by Sunlife Drawing. It is a standard 8.5 by 11 coloring book size, Amazon printed. All these, I think everything is Amazon printed in this. Huh. Well, what do you know? Didn't know that when I started. Their large print color by numbers, at least as of this video, have 12 color palettes to them. There's their basic 12 color palette. I would like them to do the large print color by number with like their full palette that they do in their other books. I think that would be nice. It doesn't necessarily have to be just 12 colors. Now, there are quite a few completed ones in here. I'm kind of torn on showing this to you because I don't want you guys to see this and then see it in completed pages and then see it hopefully when I finish the book. But we'll show them anyway. Here is the nameplate page. Amazon printed book, single-sided, white-backed pages. There are 30 in the book. They do have this also without numbers. So they have a color by number large print. They have this same one without the numbers. Then they have the stained glass version of the book. So they've got 3 different types of this book depending on what your particular flavor is. And it is a really cute book. So something for everybody. So they do have the cover page. They do the palette. Oh, black backing on this. Excuse me. I think I said white backing. It's black backing. They do put the palette on the back of each page. And then they have the, page to color on the other side. It can cover it up, but I can still read it. And when you do enough of these, you'll know the palette. Plus you got it in the back if you need it. But I use just alcohol markers on this. This is usually where I end up using a lot of my budget friendly markers because the backgrounds do take up a lot of marker in these books. I love them. I think these large print color by number books would lose something if you didn't have that colored background like that. So I like them, but they do take up a lot of marker. So not gonna tell you how to live your life, but I would buy a set of markers that you don't mind burning through quickly on backgrounds like this. So these are ones I think I completed last year. I think last year I had this idea I was going to actually complete this book, and I think right here was the last picture I colored, and then I got kind of just bleh about it. I don't know, this happened in World of Mice, and it might be the marker, it might be the paper, but I have some areas where the marker seems like it just kind of dissolved away, and I don't know which one is to blame on that. If anybody else has had that issue, let me know. If not, I'm just going to chalk it up to the types of markers I'm using, which is mostly shuttle art. And then this starts the sections I've been working on this year. So and like I said, you can get it without the numbers and the same images, or you can get it with stained glass. If you're not familiar with how that looks, it's just a whole lot of little like triangular sections throughout, and you have a lot more color variety. The color palette's expanded. That one is color by number, but the color palette's extended to their full palette, so you get a lot more color variety than what you have here. Some of these have some that aren't colored, they're gray. I've had a lot of issue with my gray shuttle art markers going bad on me, and so I would color it and then I'd be like, okay, I'll come back and do the gray on that one later. This one, I just wanted to do the background one night. I figured I would just work on the background and fill in the rest of the picture later, so I just posted this one, I think, in a Color by Number Facebook group, so. And then this one, I got to come back and do the grays, and I missed the pinks, so. So that is where I'm at in the book so far, so now the rest of it will look unfamiliar. This one I hopefully will maybe get to tonight, so. You do have a combination of landscape, and I like this one too. The next two pictures I'm pretty excited about. I like all the pictures in this book, but... And see, there's some cats. There's plenty of cats in this book. But like I said, I don't want all of Cattober for me to be Halloween cats. We're going to try to do a variety. Aw, that one looks adorable. But yeah, my goal is to have this one completed by Halloween. And I think I'm on a pretty good track for it. This is the book I go to at night when we're watching TV. And I can do the stained glass books in there, but the numbers are gray instead of black, and they are a little harder to read because they're smaller. So this book is really nice, perfect for my pitiful eyesight, and something I don't have to think a lot about. And that's where I think the Sachdeva Halloween Color by Number, like when I get tired of coloring out of this one, I can go back and forth between those two for the next month or so. I'd like to say I get them both done, but that feels a little that feels a little ambitious with the color along. So let's not go wild here, Michelle. Here's thank you and social media information. It would be cool, the two books I finished this year be Sunlife drawing books. Yeah, this was The World of Mice large print color by number. I finished that, I think, in July. So there's that. I think those are the only two large print books they have at the moment. I would like for them to put out more because they are great books for me to work on like I am. So, all right. The next two books are Kawaii type books, which you guys don't see me have a lot of, but I do have a few. I got 10 minutes. I can do this. All right. Kawaii Witches Autumn and Halloween Adult Coloring Book. I think I have like a winter version of this type of book too. 8.5 by 11, I believe. Amazon printed is by Just to Kawaii. It's got the little ears. Wait, she's got the ear. Where's her tail? That seems unfair. I do like that coloring though. I kind of want to take that page in the book and color it similarly. Just to Kawaii. I feel like I saw some weird connection between this and Lemon Drop coloring, but I might be crazy, where I was investigating it in one time on Amazon just because the intro was so similar in the books. Could all be the same group. Who knows? Oh, we have a kitty here. So the line art thickness in this is varied. The style of art is varied. It makes me think this is either two artists or a group of artists did this book. You do have pretty much like you have the really dark line art, and then you'll have some pages where it's a lot thinner. So I like her jazz hands there. That is pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I have a feeling this would probably do well with, I don't know, the type of paper it is. I kind of want to try medium with this too. I don't know, I have a feeling it would do well. Here she is, zooming around on a broomstick. She is looking a little confused about what's what. Okay. So you got some autumn pictures in here, like here with the, you know, all the bundling up a bit. Looks like there's a lot of apples and stuff. They've got caramel apples going. And then you've got like your Halloween and your witches. That one's really cute. Quite a few cats in these, which probably surprises nobody when it comes to my channel. Here's one I guess you can make kind of Thanksgiving-y, because you got your turkey and everything, your pumpkin pie. They look very upset during their trick-or-treating. I wonder why. That one's a cute autumn one. That cat looks a little rough around the edges. She's got kind of an evil look on her face. That is not really a cutesy one, if you're not a fan of the cutesy, but there's a lot of cutesy in this, so. Ooh, I like that cat. I like how he's drawn with the stripes. That is super cool. Is she like balancing on that? Oh, so she's probably like, well, she doesn't have any wings. She's like a tiny witch, because she looks like she's balancing on an acorn, but boy, yeah, that picture's a little confusing for me. I'm not real sure. It could be whatever you want it to be. Boy, I like her half pumpkin hat there, though I would think that would be pretty sticky. Though she doesn't look like she's concerned too much about such things. That's the one from the back cover I was talking about. Sorry guys, I'm not doing well in terms of knowing where the camera's at, apparently, today. See, they look upset too. Well, she looks happy. This one maybe not so much. And then that one's from the front page. That witch, I'm not sure what her age is. She could be 10, she could be 100 with those glasses. Who knows? Okay. So we have that one. And finally, y'all are thinking, good gracious, you have too many books. I know. Trust me. Kawaii Halloween, a super cute holiday coloring book, and this is by Mindful Coloring Books. Another one, if you are a fan of kawaii type books, this might be appealing. Boy, this was a long one, my goodness. Y'all know my Flip Through Fridays are chock full anyway, but I have supersized my videos this week for your entertainment. The things I do for you. Wipe away the tear. Coloring tips. Color testing pages, which is kind of nice. Now these are, again, cutesy type pages. The line art is consistent in this one as much as I remember. I do have a page in here. I did. But these are really cute pictures. Like, I like this one a lot, too. Again, you're not... I don't know. I don't mind gory Halloween stuff, but I don't necessarily feel like coloring it, I guess. If that makes any sense. I like just regular stuff like zombies and mummies and vampires. They don't have to necessarily be cutesy, but like I like watching other people color those types of books, like the beauty of horror books. I love watching other people color them. I like his scary face there. I like watching other people color all the books and stuff. There's not really anything I don't like watching other people color. It's just me personally, that's not really something I enjoy coloring. But like Deborah Muller type books where, you know, you might have a little bit of gross, but it's still, you know, kind of funky. Like, I like that. That's cool. I like cutesy, but I'm just not big into the super, not super gory, but does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. This is Amazon printed, by the way. I figured you guys kind of already knew that. It's been the flavor for today. I think that's from the cover. And again, for those of you that are not big into Halloween, I do apologize. Tune in next week. Hopefully you're a fan of cats, because I'm about to drop a lot of cat books in October. A lot of them. A lot of them. Alright, here's the one I did. Boy, I don't remember when I did this one. I can't remember. Anyway, I did some glittery gel pen, if you can see it, there on the stuff on the bottom there, and on the kitty. I made him a little devil cat. I enjoyed doing this picture more than I thought I would out of this book, so when I first got this one, I was kind of like, you know, I looked through it and I'm like, it's cute and I like it, but I just don't know how much I'll color out of it. And then I colored that page and I'm like, you know what? I really do like this book. I really do. Alright, here is a link to their other coloring books. They do have, looks like a Facebook page, and they do have a Facebook group. Hopefully they still do. This is an older book. So they have Kawaii unicorns. Cute baby animals. Color my curls. Ooh, that looks interesting and different. Kind of digging that. Kawaii girl fashion. So they got a lot of kawaii stuff if you are a kawaii fan. Bonus stuff. It looks like little Halloween type bookmarks, which is super cute. If you don't like the thin paper, you could always like glue it on some cardstock or just scan it and print it on some cardstock if you'd rather do that. So that's cute. I like when artists do little extras like that. It makes their books really stand out to me. Okay, so you ready for Halloween? Oh my gosh, so many books. Putting the description together, this is gonna take a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I have a whole nother group of autumn and Halloween related books in my 2019 video that I am going to link at the very top of the description. So if you want even more books to look at, I can hook you up with that. But 'tis the season, 'tis the spooky season. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I should have a video Sunday or Monday with a Marjorie Sarnett picture. I am working on that right now. I don't know what I'm doing next Wednesday yet. But next Friday, we will be kicking off Cattober with a cat-related flip-through. And then right after that, we will be picking up with our first cat color-along color and chat. So kind of the schedule somewhere in there. We're going to have completed pages for September and the Instagram showing off your pictures for Sarnett September. Somewhere in all that. I'm going to try to figure out the schedule and post it on the community page. This is Thursday, so later Thursday I'll try to post that. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and bye for now.